The pen scratched across the paper, echoing the rhythm of Jane's heartbeat. 30 years of living someone else's truth. And now it all came down to a single signature. Outside, the sun was setting, taking with it a life that had never really belonged to her. What now? Where do you begin when you don't even know who you are? She didn't need to turn around to know Morgan was standing behind her. The veterinarian's presence had become familiar, quiet, steady, like her own shadow over the past year. What began as routine checkups for the horses had slowly evolved. Lingering glances, easy silences, conversations that stretched long past sunset. So, it's over? Morgan's voice drifted from the doorway, tinged with both hope and hesitation. Jane's chest tightened. She stood, her legs remarkably steady for someone whose world had just been dismantled. Their eyes met. And in that moment, 30 years of pretending collapsed beneath the weight of something real. Without thinking, Jane crossed the porch in 3 firm strides, cupped Morgan's face, and kissed her, with the certainty she had denied herself for a lifetime. For one perfect moment, everything made sense. Then her phone buzzed in her pocket. She flinched. Reflex. A message from her ex-husband lit up the screen. People are asking, what should I tell them? Reality returned with a crash. Cold. Jarring. She stepped back, breath caught in her throat. It can't be this simple. Morgan's voice was gentle, patient. Nothing worth having ever is. But sometimes, the hardest part of freedom is learning how to be free. In the days that followed, Jane began to pull away. Not because her feelings had changed, but because guilt wrapped itself around her like a fog. Her life had always followed a script. Neat. Predictable. No room for desire. No space for her truth. Now, standing at the edge of the unknown, she felt adrift. Afraid of what others would think. Afraid she'd be seen as the woman who threw everything away for something uncertain. Morgan, ever steady, gave her space. But the distance only deepened the ache. The ranch felt emptier, quieter, as if even the land missed the way they once moved through it together. And then Jane realized something. She wasn't running from Morgan. She was running from herself. Late one afternoon, she found Morgan by the pasture, watching the horses graze beneath a wide, open sky. No more second-guessing. Jane walked up to her, voice clear. I need to stop running. Morgan turned, caught off guard. Then stop. This time, there was no hesitation. Jane stepped into her arms, hands at Morgan's waist, and kissed her fully, freely. The fire that had long smoldered between them was finally allowed to burn. Morgan's hands slid down Jane's back, pulling her closer. As the wind whispered through the fields and time seemed to still. When they finally pulled apart, breathless, Morgan smiled, her eyes glowing with warmth. Who says we have to rush? The sun slipped beneath the horizon. And on that quiet stretch of land, a new chapter began, slow, honest, and entirely theirs.